Hello everyone, good morning. It's time to start the day. Grab your coffee, your favorite beverage, shine your light and light the way.
Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, July 16th, 2025, and it's time for our Good Morning Coffee and Talk. I'm Dolly. This is the Wolf Girl Oracle, and I'm really glad you guys are here. Good morning, Katie. Katie says, good morning, everyone. Happy day. It's a beautiful rainy day in the old Pueblo, and all living things are rejoicing and reborn. That is beautiful. I love that. And Kat says, good morning, gentles and lady men. Good morning. It is good to see you. Yeah, it's been an interesting morning thus far. Let me turn my phone down here so it's not do every 2 seconds here. I had it turned up because I had like a weird phenomenon happen earlier. Well, I had it turned up earlier too. I had a weird phenomenon happen. I've had weird phenomenons all day. It's just been weird. Hi, Brenda. Good morning. It's good to see you. Thanks for being here today. I hope you brought your coffee or your favorite beverage. Good morning, Janet. How are you? My wolf sister. Oh, Janet. It's good to see you, my friend. Jenny, good morning. How are you? Where are you right now? Good morning. Lurking and listening, Brenda is. Okay, well, that's all right. We love our lurkers. I get that. The housework is never complete, ever. Yeah, we missed you. We missed you, Jenny. So much. You're a bright light whenever you're here. You're in North Dakota. Oh, okay. I think you might have told us that the last time you were here, but I wasn't sure if you had switched places yet. North Dakota. Hi, Hershey. Good morning. How are you? It is good to see you. Thanks for coming. Kat says, I just changed my mattress from a purple to a puffy. They give you about 100 nights to decide if it's for you, but I only needed one. Slept great last night. Oh, that's great. I mean, there's nothing better. There is nothing better than a good night's sleep. Good morning, Teresa Ford. How are you? It is good to see you. I don't have my towel. The world's going to end. Hi, Kelly. Good morning. Your watercolor paintings were fan-freaking-tastic. You are really, really amazing at painting. Hi, Jen. How are you? Howdy, neighbor. Howdy, neighbor to the north. We're getting storms today, Jen. I think you might be too. Everybody's saying good morning. Everybody's saying hi. That's awesome. Good morning, everybody. I don't know about y'all, but I have had the craziest morning. You know, I'm fine. Nothing frazzled me or anything, but it was like one thing after another. First thing this morning, my coffee maker broke. Okay, no problem. I could do a pour over, which is what I did. I did a pour over and it was fine. But you know how it is in the morning before you have your coffee, where it's kind of like you're swimming in jello while wearing like Coke bottle thick glasses that aren't your prescription, and like people are talking but their lips aren't matching up with the sound. You know how that is before you have your coffee in the morning? Well, that's how it was for me. So I was just like, oh my gosh, I gotta try to get the coffee out of the cabinet. Where are my filters? You know what I mean? It took me about a half an hour to make my pour over. Oh no, just crazy. And then my internet went out. And I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? Really? But I rebooted the router and everything was fine. And then lastly, my phone will occasionally ring like somebody's calling me, but when I look at the phone, there's no call, there's no missed call, there's nothing in recent calls. It just rang by itself. I don't know why. I don't know what I touched that made that happen. Oy vey, you guys. Okay, let me go back here. Oh no, it's stressful. I am very, very sorry about that, Jenny. That's not cool. Well, I hope what we're gonna do is we're gonna put out into the universe today that things are going to get dramatically better from here on out. Okay, we're going to, all of us as a group, as a collective, we're going to put that intention out into the universe, and we are going to manifest a better opportunity for Jenny, or a better situation, or just that things even themselves out. That's what we're doing today. We are going to make a change. Gonna make a change. Jen says, feels like it's going to rain really soon. Yeah, same here. Same here. I was looking at the radar too. It looks like we got something coming our way. Not fun. Kat doesn't like coffee. She likes chai. I like chai too very much. Oh, the best chai I ever had in my life was the chai that I had at the place that I used to work at Best Place in the historic Pabst Brewery. They had the best chai tea. I don't know where they sourced their tea from. I suppose I could call them and find out. But, oh, it was just incredibly good. Kelly is saying, Teresa, I hope you are feeling better. We are all hoping that Teresa's feeling better. And thanks, Kelly. I am a bit better. Good. We're going to manifest that too. And thanks, Katie. Mercury in retrograde starts tomorrow. Not for me. I'm ahead of y'all. I don't know why. Oh, that happened twice to you this morning. Your phone? Was it your phone, or was it your internet that went out? Or did your coffee maker explode on you twice? I don't think so. I'm not extending my contract here. Yeah, the kids have developmental issues. Oh, yeah, that's hard. That is hard. Katie says, new stuff is starting to happen to everyone. I know. You are right, girl. You are right. Holding you in light, Jenny. Oh, we're all holding you in light. But thank you for saying that, Kelly. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Primus Frizzle Fry. Oh no. Katie is drinking iced purple pea flower tea this morning. That sounds amazing. I love purple pea flower so much, as you know, Katie. Teresa's already had 2 large coffees, so she's on to the Earl Grey tea. Oh, I love Earl Grey tea, only because Captain Picard drinks it. Kelly says, my phone rang a single time twice for no reason this morning. Okay, so it's not just me. Maybe it's something networky, you know. Yes, like Captain Picard. Captain Picard. I did turn you on to the tea. Jinx Dolly, right? I owe you a Coke. Or whatever your favorite bubbly beverage is. Hey, speaking of bubbly beverages, yesterday, you guys, marked 6 years that I have been alcohol-free. So I got my little 6-year chip, and I put it up into my cabinet with all my other chips. And I'm very proud of this. Maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe I shouldn't be full of pride, but I am full of pride. I'm going to be honest with you. I am so incredibly proud of myself. I truly believe that the divine, both outside of me and inside of me, the divine connection was instrumental in allowing this to be something that is lasting, you know? So I can't take all the credit. I feel like there's a whole big team of people behind me helping me get through this. But I can honestly say from the time I was probably about 16 years old until, just 6 years ago, I was drunk all the time. Like every weekend, sometimes during the week. Um, I was a binge drinker and I would just drink until I passed out. And sometimes I was a fun drunk and sometimes I was a awful drunk. It was terrible. It was very hard on my family. I understand that now, but in the moment when I was in the swirl of addiction, I didn't realize just how much it affected my relationships with the people around me. But since I quit, my relationships have blossomed in ways that I can't even describe. And I'm so grateful. I am so, so grateful. Sobriety is far more amazing than I ever thought it could possibly be. And yeah. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. It's deeply personal, but I am very, very proud of myself. So Katie says, congratulations. Hershey says, good deal. Congratulations. Jenny says, congratulations. Thank you, Kelly. I need that light. Thank you. Yeah. We're going to all send you our light. So I also wanted to show some other things to you guys real quick here. Let's see if I can do this without screwing something up. Let me add this to stage and let me do this. Oh, how do I, this isn't what I wanted. How do I flip-flop these? Oh, my lands, this isn't the way I set this up. Oh, thank you guys for all your congratulations. You guys rock. How do I flip-flop this? Let me try something real quick here. All right, there we go. Can you guys hear me? Please let me know. Yes, it is. Jen, you are absolutely right about the drinking is almost required in Wisconsin. Can you all hear me? Yeah? Okay, great. All right, so I got two of these new guides here, which is, they're actually pretty benign, all things considered. They don't have like odes to Trump in them at all or anything like that. They're just guides. They don't really, they're a bunch of fluff. But they're not as creepy as some of the other ones we've gotten. So yeah, they're still coming to me, you guys. They're still coming to me. And I also wanted to show you something that I've been doing. Are you guys familiar with remote viewing? Have you guys ever heard that term before, remote viewing? Remote viewing is a way of reaching out with your senses is the best way I can describe it. Like you're reaching out spiritually with your senses, with your things that you see, hear, taste, smell, texture. So it's touch. And let me just show you one of them here that I just did recently here. Let me go to one where I got a picture. Okay. There we go. So basically, when I start a remote viewing session, what I do is I put my name, I put the target number that's given to me, but I use ChatGPT for my target numbers. So that's why it says Amy Target. I've named ChatGPT Amy. AI AIMEE, AI me, but it's Amy. Then I make an ideogram Well, she'll give me the target, and I'll set my intention out into the universe, and I'll say, my intention is to receive impressions from Amy using target number whatever. In this case, it was 0915AB. And then I put the date and the time, and I'll do a short meditation, like just a breathing, being in the moment, calming myself down, getting connected kind of meditation. And then I'll start my session. And in my head, I'm thinking to myself, is this a soft target or hard target? Is this a natural target? Is it man-made, or is it both? Blah, blah, blah. I go through this series of questions in my head as I make the ideogram. Okay. And the ideogram doesn't necessarily have to match what you're seeing in your mind. The whole point is to not guess what the target is. You do not want to try to guess. If you start trying to guess, it kind of knocks you off kilter. And I'll show you an example of how that happened. But after I write the ideogram, I just sit quietly, and as I get impressions, I write them down. Like in this case, I got natural, soft and hard, rocky, wavy, sandy, cliffs, water, ocean, crashing, salty, cloudy, windy. And I also got seagrass, waves, and erosion. So then I started to sketch out what I was feeling, kind of a rocky coast and the ocean coming up, waves, that's what I was feeling. And then once Amy revealed the target to me, this is what came up. So as you can see, it's really close to what I sketched there. And so that was a hit. That's considered a hit. Yeah, getting the logical mind out of the way can be the most difficult part of the process. That is exactly right. That is the thing I had to get past before I could do this. Okay. I was trying to visualize the way that I do when I get a message from spirit, and it's completely different. You are really relying just on your sensory intake and not on what your brain is trying to tell you it is. Okay. And as long as you do that, the picture that's created, the target, becomes clearer and clearer and clearer. I can try, Katie. I'll have to write something up. Basically, it's just like going into a meditation, like a breathing meditation, where you're just focusing on your breath and taking notice of any kind of subtle impression that comes and hits you like a wave. Okay. And they come in waves. And you're asking yourself questions in your head. Is it soft? Is it hard? What color is it? What does it smell like? What does it feel like? You're asking yourself these questions. I close my eyes. Some remote viewers leave their eyes open. I close my eyes and I get it's not like a vision. It's more like if you were trying to understand what something was by touching it, like that old story where somebody's touching like the ear of an elephant or the nose of an elephant, the side of an elephant, the tail of an elephant. It's kind of like that. You're kind of revolving around the target and just allowing these things to come to you. I know it's crazy, but let me show you an example of where I let my brain get away with me. Okay, so I was getting impressions: man-made, soft, hard, brown, black, red brick, and the brick part was my brain. Kicking in and saying, "Oh, it's brick." Brick and stone, ledge, vases, light colored edges, dark center. Okay. So in my mind, I was kind of getting these impressions of like a tall, what I thought was bricks with a really dark center. And there was some waviness to the top of these pillars that I was feeling. Okay. And so I just assumed in my mind, I turned it into, it's a fireplace. It's a fireplace. Those are vases. But what it actually was a canyon. So what I was seeing was the wind swept sides of the canyon. Okay, that was the waviness that I was seeing at the top. And the darkness that I was seeing in the middle was the actual canyon being shaded by the sun. So you can see how, if you let your brain take over and make it into something, you're going to miss out on what the actual target is. So anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys. I thought it was interesting. It's been a kind of a neat practice. Oh my gosh. All right, there we go. It's been a really interesting practice, and I will, where can I put it? I'll make a write-up and put that in my community page so you guys can kind of like, if you want to try this on your own, you can kind of see how I did it. And but like Katie said, there's millions of videos on it. I just found this particular method good for me. But there are almost all the methods of remote viewing are similar to this, where you start off with an ideogram and then you move into into your impressions, and then you make a sketch, and then you get the target revealed. Okay. Almost everyone is like that, but there's different ways of achieving the disconnect. I just use meditation, and I disconnect from my brain. As best as I can, I try to disconnect from my brain so that I'm just taking in sensory input and writing it down on the page. And as I do that, as I write them down, like I said, it's almost like touching something that you cannot see and discovering what that object is, if that makes sense. Okay. Let's see here. As some of you know, I'm the mother of a high-functioning son with autism. The kids I work with are mostly nonverbal and self-harming issues. It hurts me as a mom. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard, and you feel so deeply because you understand the frustrations that's there. The self-harming happens as the result. It's a stimming thing, but it's also a frustration thing, because people with autism are in varying degrees of being completely disconnected from their body. I'm lucky with my autism. I am 3/4 of the way, my spirit is 3/4 of the way attached to my body, so I am able to move my hands and talk and do many of the things that most neurotypical people can do. But lots of people with autism are very disconnected from their bodies. They can't get their bodies to do what their soul wants to do: speak, move, engage with life. And it's very frustrating. And that's where a lot of that self-harm comes from, and it's hard. Don't know how to turn off the mom. Yeah, I don't know. As I am not a mother, so I don't know exactly how that feels. Other mothers in here can chime in, though, I'm sure. Katie says, I did something similar when I activated my third eye. I would focus on something in someone's pocket, like a lighter. I got where I could see the color and the details, like the lint in her pocket. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I'm definitely not that good yet, but I'm getting there. Katie says, I feel for you, Jenny. If you need to talk, I am here. Oh, you are so sweet, Katie. Katie's the sweetest person ever, I swear to God. I get body dysphoria all the time. Yeah, I do too. But like I said, mine isn't like to the same degree as some people with autism. So sometimes I get species dysphoria, if you know what that is. I look in the mirror and I expect to see a wolf looking back at me, but that's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing, you guys. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Let's see, there was something else I wanted to show you? Oh yeah. I'll just hold this up though. I'm not going to put on the other camera for now. If you guys want to check out a cool cookbook, this is a cookbook by Julia Pacheco, Pacheco. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Julia. She is a YouTuber. She is like the sweetest person I have ever seen on YouTube. She's just so sweet. And this is like 100 recipes from my home to yours. And she is somebody who is always looking for the easiest and least expensive way to make her recipes. Like, this is something I want, but I can't make this because nobody in my house likes mushrooms but me. But I really want to try this white chicken mushroom spinach lasagna. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, Jenny, you watch her all the time. Yes, she is neat. I've used so many of her recipes now here at home. I've made the slow cooker Marry Me chicken. Delicious. Unbelievable. My whole family loved that. But yeah, she's got like all different kinds of just all kinds of stuff in here. I'm so excited. I'm gonna do every single recipe. Every single recipe I know my family will eat. Yes. Hey, Sally. How are ya? It's good to see you. Cat says, I think I could turn and live with animals. They are so placid and self-contained, right? Kitty says, I get a type of species dysphoria because I don't want to be the species that I am right now. I'm pretty disgusted with my species. Oh, I know it. I am there with you. Yeah, she does like awesome things for 45. Like, she'll eat for a week on $45, which just blows my mind. And she does a lot of things with Dollar Tree and Walmart and Aldi's, so she shows how although I am a firm believer that not everything at the Dollar Tree is less expensive than you could get at Aldi's. Aldi's seems to be, when it comes to food, seems to be a little bit more reasonably priced. And they have the things that I want to eat. It's not these random weirdo things that sometimes the Dollar Tree has. I have nothing against the Dollar Tree, though. You should make that mushroom recipe and freeze it in single portions and have for lunch. Oh, you know what? That's exactly what I'm going to do, Teresa. That's a good idea. That is exactly what I'm going to do because I love mushrooms. Oh my gosh, so much. So much. Katie wishes she hadn't. I wish you did too. I cook everything. I am the chef in the house here. I don't work, I don't have a job. So I take care of the house. I do the cooking, I take care of everybody. My partners go off to work and I get to be the housewife. Aldi is great. I love that. Okay, so we started shopping at a Kroger, essentially. It's called Metro Market, but it's owned by Kroger here in Milwaukee. Then we went to this place called Woodman's, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with Woodman's, but Woodman's is like this ginormous grocery store, and we saved 30% by switching to Woodman's. Then Aldi's came in, and we switched to Aldi's, and we saved yet another 30%. So that can kind of tell you just how much cheaper it is. It's even cheaper than Walmart. So, but you're not dealing with name brands either. You're dealing with the brands that they buy from, but a lot of them are local, local brands and local stuff. So you're helping your area by shopping at Aldi's. Jenny says they just opened one in Gulfport. Oh, we'll see. Go check it out. Cat says, my body species keeps killing my soul species. It drives me nuts. I dream shift into wolf bodies when I sleep. I do too. Like all the time. They are building one here, but it's 45 minutes across town and I have no vehicle. Oh, why can't they make one on your side of town? You should write them. You're happy it works for me. Well, thank you. Aldi's has nice chocolate too. I agree with you on that. Aldi's is supposed to come to Tucson in 2026, I think. Yeah, that's where Katie is too, is in Tucson. You shopped at Aldi's when you lived in Rhode Island. Yeah, there's like a couple things I don't buy from Aldi's. There's a local Mexican a local Mexican grocery store near here that I love their produce and I love their meat. They have an actual butcher, so I like getting my meat and some of my produce from them. But like bananas and apples, I'll get that at Aldi's, all day long. One of the main streets 2 blocks south of me is being widened, and so there will be a lot of new businesses going in when that's done. It's pretty exciting, all the upgrades they're doing. Yeah. I love when they like revitalize an area like that. That's great. The sweets were too tempting for me at Aldi's, says Sally. They have a really good, it's a vanilla and almond granola type cereal. Oh, I just love this stuff. And I add raisins to it. Oh my God, so good. So good. Yes. Katie is in Tucson. You guys should connect. Katie's a hoot. I wish that she was in my neighborhood. I wish you all were in my neighborhood. Dang it. We would have so much fun. Can you imagine the giant mushroom cloud over the city if we were all in the same city at the same time? Oh my gosh. Teresa says, I'm kind of picky about sweets. I don't like many of them. I'm a weirdo. No, you're not a weirdo. I'm not a sweet eater either. It has to be a very particular kind of sweet in order for me to enjoy it. I like dark chocolate a lot. I'm one of those people who really likes bitter, so I really, really like dark chocolate. Ralph is here again. Well, hello, Ralph. How are you? It is great to see you again, sir. I am excited to see you. We're talking about Aldi's, Ralph. We're talking about Aldi's. How cool. I need some of y'all in my town. Yes, we all need to be together someday. Ralph lives in Rhode Island. Yes, East Coasta. You're an East Coasta. Just like my girl who's from Massachusetts. Yes, it is a good store. I agree. It is. I'm really happy it's here. It's in our economy. It's like the best way to go to I think that for us, it costs us about $136 a week for the 4 of us to eat, which isn't that bad, and that's with getting hamburger and chicken breasts, sometimes stew meat, which I cut up and then I use that to stir fry. I use it as stir fry meat. So, and eggs and milk and, basically we fill our pantry every week on $136. Woo. Oh, for a short time in Bristol and before that in, I don't know how to say that, Tiverton? Jenny says, my son's not a big sweet eater, but his twin has a heck of a sweet tooth. Oh, that's weird. Are they fraternal or are they Identical. My two younger brothers are twins, and they're fraternal twins, and they have very, very different tastes. So many of you on the East Coast. Teresa says, yes, bitter or sour or spicy. Some sweets are fear factor foods for me. Flan is a no thank you. I'm fine starving to death. Janet DC, hi, sweetheart. How are you? It is good to see you. Janet is sitting in the doctor's office and thought I'd see what was on YouTube. Glad to see you all. Yeah, we're glad to see you too. I hope everything's okay that you're at the doctor. Are you good? Ground turkey is a little cheaper. Yes, and it's a lot less fattening. I get ground turkey and I mix it with ground beef. So when I get like a 2-pound package of ground beef, I'll get the 2-pound package or 2 1-pound packages of the ground turkey. And then I mix them and make them into like individual meal packages and freeze it. So yeah. COVID madness got you. Oh no. Oh no. I like sweets, but not granulated sugar. It tastes like sand to me. I like honey and maple syrup. I do too. Very much. Oh, you missed Terry's meditation? I caught the first part of it, but then I lost my internet. My internet went out. I was like, ah! This is a terrible time for this to happen. But I rebooted my router and then everything was fine. I really had a Mercury in retrograde moment today. It really did start early for me, but it's fine. I'm fine. I got through it. No problem. It's nice to be picky with something that wasn't good for you anyways, right? He did, let me go back. Okay, they're fraternal twins. Okay. Yeah, that's what my brothers are too. They're fraternal. You're fine. Okay, good. Janet DC is fine. Good, good, good. Yep, that's how we do it. I get ground turkey and feed my cat. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I never thought of that, Katie. I'm going to try that. That's a good idea. I bet you. Well, I'm going to try it. I'm sure it's cheaper than the food I'm buying them right now. Oh, peanut brittle. I could eat buckets of peanut brittle too. Oh my gosh, I love it. I'm a super taster. My palate gets very bored with highly processed ingredients. I'm the same way. I don't like any processed foods. I do a lot of my own on my own. I want to learn how to make noodles. That's one thing I don't make by hand, but I want to learn how to do that. I have the noodle thing for my KitchenAid. I just have never sat down and actually tried. I've got the time. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. I need to do that. Oh, I was stir crazy living in Bristol with so many crazy anti-BLM, anti-masker, QAnon. Oh my God. Yes, I would have been out of there so fast. It is, Ralph, it is not. This vape is not a special vape. I do. Oh, now look at my phone's ringing again. Oh, it's potential spam. I hate potential spam. She's such a bitch. Anyways, is it a special vape? This is not a special vape. I do have special vapes, but this is not one. This is just a regular vape. If I vaped the special vape the way I vape, this is where I would be. That's how I would be. Kat says, I'm growing my own strawberries and it's so much better than store-bought. Yeah, we used to have raspberry bushes. I don't have them anymore because of our garage mahal that we built. But I'm going to get more. We're going to make raised flower beds on the north side of our property so that it catches the south side sun all day long. And I'm going to grow raspberries and maybe strawberries. Raspberries and blackberries for sure. We'll see. My cats love turkey and salmon. I can't touch salmon. I am highly, highly allergic to salmon. I had a tiny little sliver of some smoked salmon about 10 years ago just to see if I was still allergic to salmon. And my tongue swelled up so bad that I couldn't even talk because my tongue was so thick. So yeah, Rachel and salmon, no, not a thing. I apologize if I'm skipping some people. I'm trying to keep up with the chat here. I'm not sure if I'm a super tasters, but I'm a bit picky and I don't care for most processed foods. I do like cilantro. Yet I do like cilantro. Yes, it's soapy to me, and I know most super tasters hate it. I like it in certain things. I like cilantro in salsa. But that's about the only place I use cilantro. I make scrambled eggs for my cat. That's awesome. I make scrambled eggs for my cat. He loves them, especially with a little cheddar. Oh, that is crazy. Ruben loves cheese, and birds aren't supposed to eat cheese. Okay, not in large quantities at least, because they are lactose intolerant. All right, so I'll give him a little tiny sliver every now and then. But if he hears me opening up a string cheese, a cheese stick, he'll just come running from wherever he is in the house to find me to have some cheese. It's crazy. I've never seen a bird love cheese like that. Katie says, pasta is fun and easy to make. Girl, you got to teach me. Because I don't know. Or I got to find a good recipe or something. Kelly says, yes, I make peanut brittle because I do like it with extra nuts. Yum. I like peanut brittle crushed up and put on ice cream. Oh, I love that. On custard, on frozen custard. Yum, 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 yum. And Ralph says, Kelly says, tricky part is the temperature of the sugar. Jenny is hypersensitive to aspartame. So is my mother. She actually gets sick from aspartame. I'm trying to get aspartame out of my life, but it's hard because I don't drink a lot of soda. I mostly drink water. Water and coffee is what I drink for the majority of the day. But every now and then I like to have a soda. And it's hard. I can't drink sugary sodas. It leaves a texture on my tongue that I can't deal with. So I need to find diet sodas that don't have aspartame, and that's hard. It's really hard. Katie loves nuts, so any kind of brittle is lovely. Ralph says, I think COVID wiped out many of those folks. Yeah, I think you're right. Kat said, I got a pasta attachment for my KitchenAid mixer, but I don't eat a lot of pasta. I switched to the meat and fruit diet. That's essentially what I'm eating, a meat and vegetable diet with fruit, a little bit of fruit. I have diabetes, so I have to be careful about how much fruit I eat, but I do incorporate some fruit into my diet. Janice says, I love putting in a garden bed. Yes, me too. My blackberries are starting to come on. All right. Did you ever make a blackberry wine? Very good. Very delicious. Not that I don't drink anymore, so I don't do that anymore. But back in the day, I could make it. So sometimes my peanut brittle is not so brittle. If you have hints, Sally, I'll take them. I'm going to eat peanut brittle. Do you have a hammer? That's how mine would turn out. I know it sucks to have because I love smoked fish. I love any kind of smoked fish. And I can't eat smoked salmon, and it makes me very sad. Janet can't eat cilantro fresh, but if it's cooked by heat or acid, sometimes I can tolerate it. The soapy taste, blech, can go away. Yeah, it's either you love it or you don't with cilantro. That's for sure. Kat says, Jenny, you're allergic to aspartame. It turns to formic acid at body temperature. Well, that's not good. I'm gonna stop drinking soda. Period. One of my cats comes running if he hears me open the nutritional yeast container. Really? Your cat likes nutritional yeast? That's crazy. I love nutritional yeast on oatmeal. My family is from Kentucky and Oklahoma, so my grandma was the queen of making homemade egg noodles and dumplings. If you get the Betty Crocker cookbook, you've got a great recipe for pasta. We might have that. We might have Rick's grandma's. I'm going to have to go down in the basement and look. Teresa says, I like odd flavors. Things that are too sweet or too salty bother me. That's not odd. Sally says, Kelly, not so hard. It's probably a temperature problem. Do you have a candy thermometer? Kat says, no, but I'm thinking getting back to mead making. Maybe next year I'll do a blackberry mellow mel. That sounds good. I wish I wasn't a raging drunk so I could just do like normal people do and have a sip of something and not crave the need to just drink the whole everything. But that's how it is for me, unfortunately. Jenny says, Kelly, you can watch old YouTube videos from Hercules Candies and they make brittle. Okay. Neat. Let's see, what time is it? It's 10:45. I would like to do a little reading for you guys before we go any further here. All right, let me see. Let me remove myself. All right, we got it. All right. Okay, so I'm going to do a little reading for you guys while we got some time left here. I'm going to be using the Inner Child Oracle by Amanda Lynn Aisling. I don't know how you say that. Amanda Lynn. But this is a really pretty deck, the Inner Child Oracle. I like this very much. So I'm going to ask the angels to protect us. I'm going to ask the spirits of the land in my home, the Landvitir and the Husvitir, to surround us. And I'm going to ask the ancestors to give us wisdom. What is a message, Spirit, that you'd like me to give everyone today? Please and thank you, and I love you. All right, let's see here. All right, this is the first card we got. It says, go on to an adventure. Today is the day to try something daring. Second card is, listen. Your inner child has something to say. And the third card is, you are enough. You don't have to give more. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. So I'm getting this little visual from Spirit of people stepping outside of their comfort level, stepping outside and doing something that maybe they would never do before. And before you do it, though, listen to your inner child. Your inner child will kind of direct you in the direction that you are to go in, to do this thing. This thing that maybe you would have never done before. Okay? And it feels really, how do I explain this? It feels very comfortable, very homey. So it might be like cooking something you've never cooked before, or trying sewing if you've never done sewing before. And I know that that isn't daring. It's not like skydiving or, jumping out of a perfectly good plane with a parachute. It's not like that. I know, but what Spirit is saying is just step outside of your comfort zone today. And then remember that no matter what, you are enough. You don't have to give more. Setting good, clear, solid boundaries with your family and with your friends, letting people know that, hey, I got to take some time for me now and then too. Okay? Um, you will get everything from me that you normally do, but I need to take some time for me. And because you need to do something, you need to step outside of your comfort zone and do something that you've never done before. This will help you to hear your inner child, to deal with your inner child, um, maybe even forgive your inner child if you've got things from your past that are weighing on you, but your inner child has something to say. So take some time to listen today, make things quiet, and that inner child will help direct you into something that you should try. Maybe there's something that you've always wanted to try and the people around you have said, no, you can't do that. What are you even thinking? Your inner child is saying, yeah, you can. You are limitless. Why are you letting other people put limits on you? So that is what I'm feeling today from Spirit. I hope that message resonates for some of you today. Let me remove this and go to this. All right. Hey, I made it happen. Hi, Fatima. Good morning. It is good to see you. And Flowing. Good morning, my friend. Hello. I am so. Oh, and Nils. Hi, Nils. How are you? Sally's got bananas to turn into banana nut muffins. Ooh, that sounds very good. I love banana nut muffins. It does engage a new part of your brain that forms new synapses. That's good. I need that because I think that my regular brain is like completely filled up. Hi, Pam. How are you? It's good to see you. You're a little late, but it's okay. I don't take attendance and I don't hand out tardy slips. I'm just happy to see you. How are you doing? Are you feeling any better, Flowing? Oh, Sonia's here to pop in and say hi, getting ready to head out. Well, I'm so glad you did. Sonia has a show on Friday at 10:30 Central Standard Time. So everybody please connect with Sonia and go check her out. And you should connect with each other, please do. Everybody. Sally says, I watched The Joy of Baking for lots of things. She has a brittle recipe. Ooh, The Joy of Baking. I'm not a great baker. I'll be honest with you on that. I can make cookies. I can bake a cake, but anything beyond that, I'm a little. I'm just not so good at it. But maybe that's my daring thing. Maybe today I need to try to make something that I've never made before and just throw caution to the wind and go for it. I'm going to do that. I am totally going to do that. Hey, Flowing is walking without a walker. Whoa, that's great. Rock on. Rock on, Flowing. I knew you could do it. Everybody's saying hi. Everybody's saying hi. Ralph is saying, hello, wifey poo. So are you guys like sitting next to each other? Each on your phone or computer? Oh, that's often me. That's often me and Chrissy. We're like literally across the room from each other. She's on her computer, I'm on my computer, and I use my computer to text. So I'm usually like texting her from like I'm just across the room. I know. We're ridiculous. Ridiculous. Oh, rock on. Thank you, Kelly. You'll like her. Sonia is amazing. Katie's amazing. Sonia's amazing. All you guys are amazing. You should all connect with each other, because what we need to do is we need to continue to build a community not based on fear, but based on love and based on good intentions that we're putting out into the universe so that we can actually manifest change, instead of deep diving into all of the stuff, all the ick over and over and over again. All that's doing is it's helping to manifest that even more. We need to deep dive into love, and we need to deep dive into acceptance, and we need to be allies for each other, or co-conspirators. You know what I mean? We need to do this for each other. And that's what I'm hoping, and Katie's hoping, and I know Sonia's hoping, to build a community of people who love each other, and who'll help each other through the hard times. And when we're all feeling kind of icky and yucky, we could all like throw our arms around each other and just give each other's a big hug. That's the kind of community that I want to build. Realistic or not, that is what I want. And in my mind, it is realistic. It is doable. It can be done. We can make the change. We can manifest good things. I believe that with all my heart. Oh, I sounded like a pastor for a second there. Oh my gosh. Kat says, I try to bake at least 2 or 3 times a week. Oh, I'm going to be over. I used to bake fancy, I don't even know what that is. Fondant? It's so fancy, I don't even know what it is, Teresa. Why do you use those words? Why you use big words? Fondant cakes, because it's fun and people eat them so they go away. Oh, good idea, Wolf Girl. Try something moderately hard. I am going to. I'm going to do that today. Of course, I have to use what's in my cupboard, but I can find something fancy. I'll make something fancy today. Sonia's got to go. Have a beautiful rest of your day, everyone. Love you. Thanks for stopping. Oh, you're at work and she's at home. Well, I don't know what your job is that you get to be on the computer. Can I come do your job too? I probably couldn't. I'm not very good at anything. He's at work. Okay. Do I like eating fancy fondant cakes? Nope. Well, I wouldn't like it either because I can't even say the word. Flowing's getting there. She's happy. Oh, we love you. I'm so happy that you're getting better. My oldest makes a kick-ass mac and cheese recipe from the 1800s. Oh, I love mac and cheese. I love mac and cheese. A little too much. I will always be a very fluffy girl, I think. Katie was out covering what is left of her garden before the bunnies hit. The rain has stopped. She has nice strawberry cake. Try it. You will be a star baker on YouTube. Search for Joya Baking strawberry cake recipe demonstration. Ooh, strawberry cake. Ah! Pam and Ralph. I do that with my partners too. Ralph and I text each other in public when we need to talk shit. You guys are perfect. I love you. Oh my gosh. Oh, Flowing says, thank you to everyone for the well wishes. Yes, a supportive, loving community. Yes. Sally says, I'm more like the ground squirrel in my photo. I made a lovely Mornay sauce last week. Used it with skirt steak and tater tots last night. Oh, that sounds delicious. Something starts coming near and I go to the ground. Katie says, I am working to get home. As I go, I have my hand out to bring you with me. Aw, you're so sweet. Oh, you should see our rhubarb. We have harvested our rhubarb 6 times this year already. 6 times. I have so much rhubarb in my freezer. We will never run out of rhubarb. It is unbelievable how, with this wet, hot season that we're having, it has gone gangbusters. And it's the only thing that we're growing. So we have a lot of it. So if the world goes to hell and all the stores close and nobody has anything to eat, I'll be chowing down on rhubarb for the rest of my life. I'm not even kidding. I maybe kidding a little. Okay. Fatima says, that is very true, Dali. Love is the way to go. Yes, yes, indeed. Everyone is so positive and kind. Yes. And Teresa says, it is realistic. Yes, it is. We just need to do it. It can happen. I am a pastor's granddaughter. You are absolutely correct on that. It's my day off. I own a hair salon and have an awesome schedule. Oh, that's awesome. Can I come get my hair cut? Look, I really need a haircut. Drive to Rhode Island for a haircut. That would be all right. I'd be up for that. Your dad was a pastor. Oh, wow. I think I knew that. I think I knew that already, but yeah, that's cool. So you're a PK? I'm sort of a PK because my mom was a good girl. My mom was the pastor's daughter and she wasn't naughty. She was good. I got all the naughty. The naughty all came to me. If you have strawberries, eggs, a bit of flour, heavy cream, and gelatin, make the strawberry cake. It's so yummy and not sweet or heavy. I do have strawberries. I have eggs. I have flour. I don't have heavy cream, but I do have Jell-O. I don't have heavy cream though. I don't know if I could substitute something in for heavy cream. I'm sure one of you would know. That sounds amazing. Yeah, you're going through a heat wave and rain is coming tonight. Tomorrow will be more comfortable. Yeah, we've got the rain coming soon. It should be here any second now. So what we're getting, you're going to get tomorrow. And the temperature is already dropping outside. So that's good. All right, you guys. Well, I just looked at the time and I see. Oh, don't worry about it, Jen. I know people come. It's okay. Like I said, I don't take attendance and I don't write out tardy slips. I'm just always happy to see you guys whenever you come. It makes me happy that I've got such amazing friends. You guys are the best, I swear. Absolutely, I can cut your hair. Well, I'll tell you what, next time I'm in Massachusetts, we'll take a little sidebar over to Rhode Island, which is right there, because she lives in, or Chrissy's from New Bedford, so, getting to Rhode Island is no biggie. Yes, the Discord is a nice place for community. I wish more people would use it. I get a little frustrated because, I wish there was more people there. But if you'd like to join the Discord, just go to discord.com, set yourself up with an account, and then you can email me at thewolfgirloracle@gmail.com, and I will happily add you to our Discord. And we talk there. We can share recipes. We can share best practices. We can talk about meditation, spiritual things, talk about tarot and oracle or any other form of divination. We can just talk, about spiritual things, non-spiritual things. So anyways, if you want to join, let's do it. All right. I will read all of the rest of your comments after I get out of this, but I'm going to end the stream now because Chrissy's going to be home any moment and I need to make her some lunch because I take care of my baby. So, but I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. You guys bring so much happiness to me. You don't even know. And this is such a joy. It's such a privilege to be able to do this once a week with you guys, and I'm very, very grateful. So have a great day. Mwah! Take care. And I will see you all again very soon.
Thank you for coming to my show. I'll see you all next time. You all rock. Dolly loves you. Dance around the room. It's time to go. Why are you still here? Dolly needs a sandwich and a nap. I'll see you next time. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Thank you for coming to my show. I'll see you all next time. You all rock. Dolly loves you. All rock. Dolly loves you. Dance a room. It's time to go. Why are you still here? Dolly, you still here? Have a great day.